Retro Nick here, my 200 subscriber special. First of all, I'd like to say thank you very much to all subscribers, old and new, and any who watched this afterwards and decided to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for everyone who stuck with me, and those who just thought my videos were interesting or enjoyable, or those who just subscribed out of sympathy. I wouldn't blame you if you did, but regardless, thank you very much. It means a lot to know that 200 plus people are interested in watching me make a film myself, making videos. So again, thank you very much. So now it's time for my overdue video, which is my gaming room tour updated video. I haven't done one since 2011, so this will be a good opportunity to show you what I've got and what changes I've made. I mean, you've seen it in videos like my constant reviews and packages and all those sort of videos. You've seen parts of the room, but you haven't seen like the whole room, so I thought this would be a good opportunity because I've recently tied up a little bit to show you what my room looks like now. So without further ado, let's take a closer look. So this is the view as you come into the room. So first off, I think I'll show you top of the wardrobe, and here are some of the consoles I've got. I have CDI there, 3DO there, the first versions I believe, and the boxed controller for the 3DO up there. And here is my Atari 2600, but unfortunately I haven't managed to test it out to make sure it works yet, but I got this with a bundle with loads of Atari 2600 games ages ago. I think I did a packages video on that, so check back through the packages to have a look at that. Back it goes. And in this box here I've got all my Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64 and one Jaguar loose carts, except the NTSC ones. I'll show you where those are in a bit. And in the corner here we have a third party controller for the Sega Saturn, boxed, and loose PlayStation 1 console. Picked this up in a pub actually, believe it or not, just sitting in the cellar, and they didn't want it, so just gave it to me, so that's very kind. In the corner there we've got a boxed Atari Jaguar controller and a boxed Super NES Nintendo scope, and there's a bear! I'm going to do a bear count in this video, I think. And in the back, I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's my box for my PlayStation 3, the 60GB version. Just move all the Mega Master System games, there you go. Right in the back there, fortunately I haven't got room to display at the moment. And also back there is my Xbox 360 console, probably won't be able to see it. And on top of the Super NES scope is my Master System Model 1. On we go. Here's my small collection of Master System games. Picked these up ages ago, but I haven't gone back to collecting any more titles recently, but I'll have to look into picking some up. And here's my Mega Drive and SNES Genesis collection. Well, only like one or two games of Genesis, I believe. I've got some of the classics. I've got Echo the Dolphin, or Eco the Dolphin, Landstalker, that's an action RPG. Avenger Shinobi, most of the Sonic games, Rocket Knight Adventures, Splatterhouse 2, a few of the Disney ones, and at the very end is the only boxed and only currently Mega 32X game, which is Motocross. I get to do a review on the console, but I will get around to it at some point. Let's just get some more games. And in the corner here we have Mega CD with the Mega Drive Model 1, both Model 1s, and this works great. Love the system, and even though it's got some crap games on it, the games you can find on it are great, and I've done another video, so check that out if you haven't seen it already. And over here's my boxed NES. I've got this very early on when I first started going to Retro Station, but really happy with it still. And down here we have a picture of the Joker, which I got from HMV Pure Store, but I think they've closed that down now. There's a signed photograph from James, the AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd, which I got after backing his movie on Indiegogo. Down here is Mario mouse mats, which I haven't really used, but just put there. And there's my Avatar Collector's Edition, which you can see the number there. We can just about tell number 94, I believe. Yep, so I'm still happy to have that in my collection, and just a bunch of other stuff there. I have a bunch of Joker cards up here. If you pull one out, get it, there we go. Yeah, just a bunch of cards, don't know why I've got them there, it's just like loose Joker cards I picked up here and there. And here is my poster from Japan for Final Fantasy 13. I mean, a bit of a mixed game, I mean, mixed views on it, but personally I've enjoyed what I played of it, but I haven't gone back to it since, because I'm nearing the end of the game, but I haven't worked up the enthusiasm to actually finish it. Might do someday, but we'll see. Moving away from there, here's my GameCube collection. So stacking up quite nicely, around 40 games I believe, without counting, but we'll scroll through what I've got. Point only key one, Star Fox Assault there, Skies of Arcadia, a fair few Resident Evils, Mario Side Twin Snakes, most of the Mario Parties, Twilight Princess, and I'll just pull this one out near the bottom, and that's Batman Dark Smile. Was released in the PAL region, but it wasn't released in the UK officially, or no, as far as I know, it wasn't released in the UK. So I think this is on the Xbox as well, and was going to be ported to the PS2, but we got cancelled. So it's not listed on Retro Collection, you won't find it on there. So that's an interesting title to have. And up we go. So we'll start from this shelf here. And this is all my Xbox games. There's all the 360 games there. And behind these is the Mass Effect and Prey. You can see the original Xbox, no longer called Xbox One because of a new console after the 360. But I'm sure we'll get used to that eventually. And going down to the next shelf, I have a selection of strategy guides, most of my strategy guides, for many RPGs, action games, and a few Nintendo ones. So that one's for Guild Wars 2. I haven't played much of that game unfortunately, but I do have the game, so we'll try and get back into it at some point. And on the next shelf up is part of my PS2 collection, so quite a lot of games there. And if I just pull this aside, there's a bunch more at the back, which you can make out a few titles. I've got a lot of PS2 games, and while this isn't the most ideal way of storing them, just try and fit it in there. I'll just fit that for a second. Well, not the most ideal setup, it's the only setup I can actually do at the moment, so until I get like a new shelving unit this is going to have to do, but it's okay for now. I can fit a few more games on there if I need to, but hopefully that should be enough. Should be okay for now, but eventually we'll have to sort something out about these. And here's the second row. It's all in alphabetical order, as best to alphabetical as I can. And again, some more PS2 games at the back. Got a big collection there, so it's my biggest game collection to date, and probably will ever be, but who knows. On the next shelf we have the Wii games, or the Wii games I've got currently, some of the more common ones, and a few random pickups. There's my small Wii U collection at the moment, but hopefully soon when more games come out for the Wii U, I'll be picking those up. And down here, it's more shelf with more strategy guides up to recent one I got, Zombie U. Mega Machines, the essential Sega guides, so it's all information, reviews on some of the Mega Drive games, Mega CD, Master System and Game Gear. And a couple of other guides like cheat codes for the Super NES. The first compendium for The Walking Dead. Read a bit of it, really good stuff because I'm into the game. Uncharted book at the back. Ready Player One, great book. If you haven't checked it out, please do. Filled with loads of 80s references. You won't be disappointed if you're a fan of games at all, or that fan of 80s culture. Comic prequel to Arkham City, Batman Arkham City, I should say. And this is a good way to store my Game Boy games, and it's in plastic sleeves. This is thanks to Pete Dorr, who came up with this advice, and it's a great way of storing games. So I mean, I could pile them up, but they look nice to display. But unfortunately, I haven't got a folder at the moment to display them in, or one that won't take up too much room anyway. So in there, it's just like a few random CDs, a few game related, some just like copy stuff and other stuff which I won't show you. This is where I keep all my loose memory cards and a couple of games. And here's Kirby's Dream Land. Just needs replacing because I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's got some sort of residue or something on it, so it means I can't play it. So hopefully I can either try and fix that myself or get replaced. And back on the top we have all my box consoles and accessories. First off, I start here. This is my Super Advantage controller for the Super Nintendo. So really great arcade stick by ASCIIware. And on the top, box Mario Kart Wii. Obviously the game's out on display there, but the actual box is up there. My Atari 7800, which I had to get a replacement power adapter because there wasn't one included when I first bought this on eBay, but look, I was lucky to get the power adapter on. It's a great little system, love it. My boxed Mega Drive 32X, which I've only played once, as I said, so hopefully when I get some more games I'll get around to reviewing this, because I don't want to really review a system with only one game to talk about. Box Sega Saturn. Unfortunately I have neglected this over the years. I've bought a bunch of games and then just stopped and haven't played it for a while, so hopefully I can get around to playing some more games, or maybe getting a few import games for it. Any recommendations, please leave in the comments below. Again, another system I've been neglecting recently, WonderSwan, and the only box game I've got, Buffer's Evolution. This is by Bandai, if anyone isn't there. Blow Up Chain Chomp. The top, box copy of GoldenEye with the golden controller in. My 3DS box. My GameCube, which has the Game Boy player in as well. And there's the Crystal Xbox, which seems to be one of my most popular videos for some reason, but can't fathom why, but maybe it's all this hype with the new Xbox and everyone's checking out the design of a Crystal Xbox One perhaps, I don't know. And here's my box Wii, which I've got boxed up at the moment. Here's my DSi box, first got me into the DS games. iPhone 4S box there. My Wii U box with the game console coming out. And one of the highlights of my collection is my Neo Geo CD boxed console. I've got a bunch of games which I'll show you in a bit. This up here, if anyone's wondering, is the Nintendo GameCube cable adapter, so you can link up their Game Boy Advance games to the GameCube while playing on your Game Boy Advance, or you can use an additional controller or something, I'm not too sure. And here we've got the Sega Dreamcast, a great little system, everyone should at least try it out or check it out. At the back, got a boxed Game Boy original. Tetris is one of the greatest games I've ever played, by the way. And in there's in the box is a bunch of CDI games, which got quite a good selection of good and bad and mediocre ones. So expect to review when I can get a controller for that system. Moving on, we can see my TV setup. I've got the Samsung LCD TV on top of a Wii sensor bar. And there's my Kinect, which I don't really use too often, my Skybox, my PlayStation Eye camera. On the side, my PS3, the 60 gig version with a 500 gig hard drive in. Again, I've been neglecting it recently. Not because it's bad, but because I've been playing most of my games recently on the Xbox 360, just mainly because the online's better. That's what you suppose, if you pay for online service, you get a better online service, generally speaking. There's my Wii U, still got some of the cover protection, which I might take out at some point. Here's what I've got recently, a cover for my Wii U gamepad. So that's cool. And all the spare controllers there, spare controllers there, and cable at the back, which I won't put you through the agony of showing you that. Bullet Bill plushie, which I got ages ago, is a great little feature, especially to hang him. It looks really cool. Moving down from there, we can check out some of my PS1 games, or majority of my PS1 games. Here's the GameCube Flight Stick, which is really cool. Really enjoy using this, especially for games that don't really use it all supposed to be used with it, but that's a cool little accessory. And here is my PlayStation 1 collection, or majority of it anyway. It goes down, it's alphabetical, and it's the best setup at the moment, just to manage to fit them all on. But I'll probably run out of room again soon, so I'll have to sort something out. Okay, if you take Bullet Bill down for a second, we can look here. Here's my back here. We've got my Sega Saturn collection, Enemy Zero. That's an uncommon game for the system, PAL version at least. And here is my PSP collection. A few more at the back there. DSi. This is out of the box at the moment. And down here we have my boxed SNES and Nintendo 64 games. Secret of Mana, which is the American version, not the PAL version, so don't get it too excited, but it's still cool to have. Boxed Super Mario 64, probably one of my favourite games of all time. I'll have to do a video at some point to say which is my favourite or not. Moving down again, just a few box set collections. There's Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings films, and it is my small collection of VHS video game stuff. This is one I had originally since I was a kid, and these ones I picked up in charity shops, which you'll see in Interesting Finds videos. So there's a really cool. And over in the corner we have my 3DO collection. Not very good, but got some good classics there, and there's a few CDs or soundtracks. Along here are a majority of my PS3 games. So I do have a pretty decent collection for the PS3. Scrolling up, so I've got some good titles and mostly exclusives for the system I'm collecting for at the moment. A bear, or it should be two bears. Yeah, two bears. And another bear. Sorry if that voice is annoying. Here's my boxed collector's edition for Arkham Asylum. Really great game. Introduced me to a great series of games for the Batman franchise. And here's my DVD collection, or most of it. I am trying to upgrade to Blu-ray, which I'll see in a second. Only Fools and Horses Classic. And in the corner is my Blu-ray collection. So I've got a few mixtures of different films and animated films. So it's quite a bit of a squeeze at the moment, so we'll have to look at making some more space or getting something to display them with, or store them better. But yeah, it's cool. Collecting the Blu-ray, so I'm getting a good collection, so hopefully I will replace most of these at some point, but not in any particular rush, just doing it when I can. Here's my DS collection, so I've got a decent DS library, and then we're on to at the end of the DS games, or 3DS games, so scroll for those quickly. So all the popular ones, got Super Mario Land, Super Mario 3D Land, sorry. And in the corner we have the iCheat boxed, got for 99p, about worth a £5, so not too bad. Call Boot sale, got that. Got Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and Game Gear, and my boxed 3DO game. Should pull the Game Gear out of the way. You can see it's hell. Interesting. So if we get up, in the corner, this is where I keep a lot of random stuff, and in the drawers I keep a whole bunch of controllers and stuff. It's ram-packed at the moment, so I'm going to have to sort through this, but I'll show you a little bit to get the idea. This is where I keep all my loose controllers and accessories, and at the bottom all the cables, AV leads and stuff, so if you want to hook up a system, it's all here. Over in this corner is some more DVDs in my collection, a few film series and a few that I've got from online personalities. AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd again. Pat the NES Punk when I backed him on Indiegogo, I believe. That guy with the glasses, volumes 1 till 4, and all the anniversary films, and 2 copies of Nostalgia Critic Reloaded, which if you saw that one week where I released loads of packages videos, you'd know I have 2 copies, but I'll hopefully be giving one away as a prize maybe, or trade. Now I missed something over there, so I'm just going to do a quick jump cut. And we're back, and here you can't see too much interest in here, but there's a few little items I'll point out. There's Batman Arkham City's Collector's Edition with the statue and all the bonus stuff, which is really cool. Really love this item. There's Dry Bones with my hat, and there's a black Yoshi just fell down there. Get back up there, fun. And there's the Hellgas edition of Killzone 3. All the games sealed in there, so it hasn't been used. And there's an art book and everything, so that's really cool. And if we open this drawer here, we'll see a collection of Dreamcast games. So not too extravagant, but a few sought after titles. There's Shenmue, or Shenmue as Gaz Losry might say. Sonic Adventure 2, and some of the more common and popular ones. Just pick one out random. Hydro Thunder, great classic arcade game, must play if you haven't tried it already. And in the back we have some Atari 2600 games, right there, and a few Atari 7800 games. It's an easy system to collect the games for because there wasn't that many released, but there's some rare titles, especially if one of them boxed incomplete. And the second drawer have my NES games, the Game Genie there. Just pick out a few random ones. Legend of Zelda, The Adventure of Link, Life Force, or Salamander as it's known in Japan. And at the back we have some original Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance box games. Some of these are in really great condition, especially when I picked them up from the charity shop long ago. I think that's another video on my list if you want to check that out. And just something I forgot to mention earlier, just have a quick look at my wardrobe and look at my clothes. But here's my magazine collection for Retro Collect. Pretty decent one because I had a subscription for a little bit, but then it ran out and didn't get a chance to renew it. But it's great series of magazines if you haven't checked it out, and if you're into retro games. And here's my official Nintendo magazine collection. Goes up quite a bit. Missing a few, I think, down here, but as you can see, because it's Mario's face. And here's the Wii U control pad, which you can just about make out. So that's enough of my wardrobe. Let's go over to my glass display cabinet. And here we are at the last part of my room, or at least the last part where's of any interest. So here's a poster of Super Mario, which I got for Christmas. I did have an Avatar poster in, but I swapped out for this, which I think looks really cool. Or at least I think so. Maybe others might think it's not, but oh well. And here is my box collector's edition for Aliens Colonial Marines, still in the box. So I haven't got around to playing the game yet, but it's a cool collector's piece, and it was reduced on Amazon, so I picked it up because the game's hasn't been doing too well. There's my original Mega Drive, the first console ever. Great little bit of history there. There's little boxes for Mario figures, which I'll show you in a minute. There is the collector's edition for Halo Reach, not the one with the statue in, but just like the regular special edition. At the back we have Pandora's Tower collector's edition, and over here is the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword collector's edition with the Wii remote, which you saw by my TV. Atari Jaguar with the Daleks on this little spaceship, really cool design as a spaceship, but with the CD attachment, it looks like a toilet. So. And here is our boxed Mario Party 6. I mean, the game's out, but it still has the mic in. So cool little collector's piece for the GameCube. Although it's hard to get this in the box. This is quite sought after. Number 7 is a bit harder to find, so we'll hopefully pick that up as well. at some point. And now into the glass display cabinet. I won't go through this in too much detail because I might do a separate video on this at some point. Here's my Final Fantasy collection, so quite a big collection, and while I might not be the biggest Final Fantasy player or fan, but I do enjoy the series and the look of the series and the music and everything. And here's some of my rarest CDI games, the infamous Unholy Triforce, and here's the rarest game I've got in my collection, Zelda's Adventure. And there's a cool little item got from Club Nintendo a while back, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D soundtrack. And here's all the little figures I got. Some I picked up in my holiday in Tenerife, and some picked up in the little boxes. There's Metal Sonic there. And if we go down one shelf, there's my Super NES NTSC American games. Behind Cortana, you can see some Mega CD games. So quite a collection growing. There's one of the Helghast soldiers from the Helghast edition of Killzone 3. There's Cortana. These are the DK Bongos, which I haven't got a chance to play yet, but looks a load of fun. There's the Wavebird GameCube controller, so you can play wirelessly. And a couple of boxed Atari games, including E.T. And in the corner, a few loose consoles, and there's CDI wireless controller, which works okay, but I would prefer a proper controller to review certain games. So down here have Neo Geo Pocket games. So love the Neo Geo Pocket, it's a great system. Here is my Super Nintendo Junior and NES 2, or NES Junior Top Loader, whichever you like to call it. And there's my Neo Geo CD collection. So this is mostly got for imports from, except for the Neo Geo Pocket games, but you get the gist of that one. And at the bottom, my boxed Atari Jaguar games, a few NES box games, my PC Engine, a couple of Snake figures, an elf called Lance. Yes, that's his name. I'll just pull him out to check. Yes, his name's Lance. And in the corner here, next to my set of drawers, with another bear. I didn't do the voice properly then. My PS2, or spare PS2 I had, or received, and there's a little case which contains some Mega Drive games and Genesis games, well, two to be precise, but I won't bother picking out, nothing too special in there. Top there is my SNES and Nintendo 64. But yeah, that's pretty much my room tour done and dusted. So sorry it's been long overdue. I'll just do a quick glance over so you can see the room in all its glory. And there's my bed as well, and there's my desk, just an added bonus. But that's pretty much it. Nothing else of interest to show. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this long overdue video. And again, thank you for 200 subscribers. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you enjoy my future videos, whatever they may be. So that's it, guys. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you later. Take care, and goodbye.